Okay, DGP 113. Back behind the mic, it's Steven and KP recording on a Tuesday, September 16.
Howdy. It is a Tuesday night. We're hitting you kind of late after a Champions League game. We didn't give you a weekend episode after Nottingham Forest. We're 5 games into the season. How we feeling, KP?
I'm feeling really good, man. Feeling really great. I'm getting super team vibes, to be honest with you. Fall is right around the corner. Football's about to really pick up. And exciting times, man. Exciting times about being an Arsenal fan, because the talking points kind of remain the same game after game. We're a very good fucking team, dude.
Very good. I think after the first game, maybe even the first 2, there's questions that we had after the summer. It was like, are those questions going to be answered? And I feel like we weren't getting a lot. 5 games in, I feel like there was questions answered, right? We have a good feeling about the squad now. You have a good sense for it.
Questions are beginning to be answered. That is a good podcast title.
Hey, we always in the the thinking pot. What do you want to call it? We're always brainstorming.
Think outside the box or think outside the bell? Taco Bell.
The bun.
That's all good. Mikel's cooking, man. Honestly, I kind of want to start the pod by giving Mikel a round of applause, maybe. Some flowers, maybe. Because, just today's game, the Athletic Bilbao game, to see us making subs at the 65th minute, at the 71st minute, I like seeing impactful subs like that, Mikel.
That's actually crazy from us. Notes to the manager to start off a pod. That's crazy. I like the shout, though. We usually save those for last, and there's always questions. Like, what's going on? What's Mikel doing? I like it. Let him know. Give him some praise.
Right off the bat, dude, you have to. I think you have to. The fact that he came back from the international break and he delivered. He put the number 10 shirt out there and he said, go on and start the game. That's what I've been asking for. So I'm feeling really great. And I watched this game recently and we see Martinelli come off the bench, make an impact. We see Trossard come off the bench, make an impact. 2 guys that I think we can all agree as Arsenal fans, they are very good against tired legs.
A tale as old as time right there. I got to give Mikel a big shout out. We'll go back to the weekend. Martin Odegaard goes down. I like the little midfield he put out. Odegaard, Merino, Zubimendi. It's a new flavor. It's a new taste. We haven't seen it. I like it. Then Odegaard goes down. Damn. You got Declan Rice there. We've already seen the Rice, Zubimendi, Merino midfield. It was okay. It was all right. He said, nah, young buck, Waneri, get out there. I love the shout from him. Waneri had a great game. 2 games in a row now, we've had 5 summer transfers starting, KP. That's actually kind of crazy. I would never imagine a Mikel Arteta team would have 5 new players starting the 4th and 5th game of the season. Unbelievable.
I love that shout from you. I 100% agree. Today I was thinking, there are a lot of players out there. Half the team is brand new. And we always hear they have to ease them into this system, right? Mikel Arteta, he's got to let the shackles off, put the handbrake down, Mikel. And all you're hearing from the new signings is, hey, he's just telling us to go out there and have fun. So it's making you wonder, who is this guy? Who is this Tricky Mickey?
Tricky Mickey and the Reds. It is very cool to actually see us using the firepower that we now have. Something that we've always kind of said is just like, run it back mode. And I guess to a certain extent, it was run it back mode. The starting 11s from the 2 games are very, very similar. But again, 5 summer transfers in the starting 11. And dare I say, looking like they are going to be staying in the team for a while. All 5 of these dudes are balling out. All 5 of them.
Some of them are making a name for themselves, for sure. Some of them are living up to their name. That's for sure. And that's exciting, dude. We can talk about the players for sure. I want to give Mikel just A couple of more flowers here. This one I think goes under the radar, dude. But removing the tunnel, I think, has really helped with some of the photos that we've been receiving and feeling closer to the players.
Okay, so photos specifically, not about the actual crowd noise, but photos specifically.
There's been some good photos. I've enjoyed it, right? Madueke specifically putting in a shift, getting a standing ovation at the Emirates, Steven. I mean, 2 games at the Emirates this season so far in the league, 8 goals, 0 conceded. Like, I have every right to sit here and say, yo, this team is looking like they could actually get some trophies. Because I haven't even seen the star boy play.
Oof. So we got pictures, we got early subs, we got changing the starting lineup. What else you got for Mikel? How many more notes do we got? Is that it? More flowers? More flowers for the man?
I can't really think of anything else to give him a shout out for. I mean, the early subs were nice. The starting lines have been nice. To see him playing some mind games now. Now he's playing mind games with folks. You don't know who's going to get the start. And to see some of the players' reactions is going to be really interesting and fun, actually, dude. There's all this conversation about how is he going to manage this team. But I saw a shot of Saka, and he looked like a man who just saw Martinelli get his chain snatched. And he's not ready to give up his spot, dude. He looked like he was itching to get back out there.
It feels really good right now. 5 games in, 4 wins, 1 loss. That 1 loss is, I think, really just annoying more than anything. But if these 5 games are any indication of how the season might go, we are down Bukayo Saka for injury. We're down Ben White for injury. Odegaard, not in a great shape to be playing. He's missed 2 games during mid-game, losing them to injury. Didn't start this game. Kai Havertz, King Kai, we can't forget about that dude, out. And we still look really good, man. We're deep. Today's game, 2 subs come on. Leo Trossard, Gabby Martinelli. And we give Gabby Martinelli hell. Like, let's not even act like we don't. Because we give him hell. Dude comes on. He was lit. The first goal is like good. Like, I'm happy for him. But like, that's kind of what he does, right? He runs fast. The second goal makes me excited. He took that right back on. He had the intent. He saw Madueke. I feel like he looked at Madueke playing and was like, oh, I could put that in my book. I could do that. Went straight at the back, pulled the ball back into Trossard. Like, that one makes me happy. Again, tricky Mickey, man. I think he knows what he's doing.
I do feel like some of these players are now starting to learn from each other, and that's been really exciting. Martinelli, you're absolutely right. It looks a little bit different. I think there's a quote of him that I saw. I don't know if it's real or not, but he was saying something about how he's been paying attention a little bit about Eze's movement, about Noni's movement, and trying to pick up and develop his game. That's super exciting. And today I saw Trossard, the way he bodied their center back to peel off then and go get that ball. That was a Joker's move, dude. He's been watching the striker.
I saw a stat, like, it was like, I wish I had saved it. I always be doing this, man. I be seeing a stat and I don't take the screenshot. It was about Leo Trossard. I think his time at the Arsenal, he has the most goals off the bench for any Premier League team. It's like, I love that. Love that for him, especially if he's going to be aging like our aging player and he only has to play 30 minutes. Yeah, he's always good for a goal. He's always good for an assist. So what? The last 2 games, he's got 2 assists, 1 goal. Love it. Love it from him. I got to ask about the new left wing though, Eze. We've seen him start 2 games in a row now. Do you actually have a good feeling about it?
I mean, number 10 looks like he's everything that we thought he was, and that's super exciting. First of all, he's a left winger. I don't know if you saw it on the highlight or not, but for that assist, he was playing left wing, and it looked pretty good. It's exciting how amazing he is at tight spaces, at dribbling and just keeping the ball, looking for the 1-2s. We've missed the 1-2s from that side. Even when Madueke was playing on the left wing, the biggest difference that I noticed with Martinelli was that the 1-2s and the attack and the intent to go at goal, like, we're going down the middle a lot more from the wing. So it's super exciting, dude. And I also have to give a shout out to Mikel. We're seeing all these new players and we are seeing new tactics. Like the long ball is working. This is a new thing that we've seen from Calafiori twice now. And it looks like we're trying something new. So that's exciting. And the execution from 10 though, man. I got that assist. It looks so easy, but that's the quality that we've been asking for on the wing. And the difference is pretty clear, to be honest with you.
I think the difference is pretty clear. He's a playmaker type. I think you hit that right on the head. We've been asking for a player out there to do a bit more. And it's always the players around Martinelli. Like, how do we get him going? And it's always, the center mid, the left back, the striker. Like, who's going to... I think Eze's the type of guy, like, I can get myself going, but I'll play off of all of you guys, right? He's that, I would say, kind of like a Saka type. He's obviously, I would say Saka's on a different level, but he is that type of player. He's more of the playmaking type. I'd say kind of like Trossard. I always preferred Trossard at the left wing because he can play off of other people. But Eze, again, I'd say he's another level than Trossard. I want to give a shout out for today. I guess he's done it the last 2 games. And this is for Mikel. Made the subs. Gyökeres out. Mikel Merino actually goes up top. I think that's pretty cool, right? It's kind of a change, a different element. I can see like one day Eze being pulled now to like the center mid spot. Like today I thought would have been a good little experiment for him to run that. I'll pull Eze off the left wing. We're putting on Trossard. We're putting on Martinelli. Merino goes up top, slide in Eze into the center mid spot. He has good relationships, it looks like, already. I think it would just be... It'd be more... what do you call it? More bows... More arrows in the bow. There we go. More arrows in the bow.
Strings. I think it's strings.
Strings in the bow. There we go.
We got there. I think I agree with you on a lot of the things that you said about number 10, dude. And what's kind of really exciting about all of it is that you watch these games, there's been no drop off. We have been fully elevated, it feels like. And we haven't even seen the newest player play. But I tell you what, man, whoever scouted number 3, pay that man a raise and ask him who's next.
Absolutely swindled Valencia. Absolutely swindled them. If I was a Valencia fan, I would be absolutely sick. Right? You would have to be. I can't believe we got him for what we did. I don't know what everyone else is looking at. Apparently, this dude like started quite a few games for them last year. And I'm assuming if this is what he looked like, calm, cool, collected, aggressive in the tackle, that's something we were talking right before we started recording. Like, he's the kind of guy that has sharp elbows. When you get him into a tackle with him, you're like, damn, that hurt. He got sharp elbows, but he's also smooth on the ball. Like, dude's a player.
He looks like a player. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think last time I said maybe he was 19, so let me just fact check that. And I think he's actually 21. So that's still super exciting. And I was looking at the 8 players that we have available to us in defense today. All 8 of those players could play at any top team right now. And that is just amazing. From an Arsenal fan perspective, you have so much to be happy about.
I gotta give a shout out to a post that I saw today. So funny. So it's post game, I think Mosquera was getting his flowers, and this dude kind of was going off the thread. He said, "How can we drop him now? He's undroppable. Don't tell me Saliba's starting." I said, "Damn!" Like, I mean, that's talk about getting ahead of your skis. That's getting ahead of your skis. But yeah, if he's making you feel that way, I love that.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Someone's spotting the talent, man. The calmness, the passing is really nice. The kind of standing on it for them to get close, but then not being afraid to kind of go for that split. He's gone for the split a few times. And to think too, when he started at Anfield and kind of struggled a bit with the passing, but has now really picked it up. It's so exciting, man. And the tackles, I love the tackles from him, dude. He looks like a player, man. I don't know, dude. I'm pumped, man. But he's definitely droppable. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. So he came in, 5 minutes into the the Liverpool game. He started the two subsequent games. I don't think the dude's like put a step wrong. And I think that's a very rare thing to do, to come in for William Saliba. You're 21 years old. You were just bought in the summer. Dude has not put a step wrong. I liked Kiwior. I thought he was a good player. Like I came to trust him at a certain point. This dude, 3 games in, I'm like, yeah, I trust him. I don't mind him playing. Like, droppable, absolutely. William Saliba's my go-to, right? But, we're playing a game. We got 2 games this week. Are you good with Mosquera starting one? Oh, absolutely. I absolutely am. Big Gabby seems like he has a good relationship with him, too. I'm actually expecting maybe some rotation in those center backs, which, I mean, we never see at all. We barely see any rotation anywhere in past years. Ain't no way those 2 center backs are getting rotated, but we've now seen them get injured a few times, both of them, separate instances. Bro, Mosquera, I'm cool with that dude playing in the back line.
I think so too. And to think that Calafiori could play in the center back role. I mean, Big Gabby has been so incredible every game for us. But sometimes when I see Calafiori's passing and I think about that coming from the center back, that does excite me. And I think that would be fun to see every now and then too. So, even a person like Big Gabby, he should get a break if we can give him some. But he's been amazing wearing the captain's armband. Timber, I think he's the best right back in the world right now.
That is high praise. That is high praise. I don't know if I could say that. I'm trying to think of other right backs. I'm not going to say that, but Timber's my dog. I feel bad that you chose Ben White as your one to watch for the year, because we're 5 games in and I don't see a lot of big games where he's going to play. Like Timber, we're talking about the undroppable thing between Mosquera and William Saliba, which is crazy, but Timber and Ben White, I feel like the conversation could kind of be there. Any big game, Timber's going to be playing.
It looks that way. It certainly does look that way. And I mean, the way he presses these wingers, the way he just rolls them off the ball, it's amazing. You can tell they don't like playing against him. He is too strong and too fast, dude, and too technical.
No, he's a dog. I think he tackles hard. He's definitely a player you don't like to play. He seems like he's got a real engine. The kind of person that's like always there. He's always fucking there. Like, let me breathe, man. Just let me breathe for a little bit. He's always there. I mean, the back line. How many goals did you say we've conceded to start the season?
Well, we've played 5 games, 4 in the Premier League, 1 in the Champions League, and we've
only conceded 1, right?
1 goal.
Wow, big time things, bro. Big time things.
That's a lot to be proud of. I mean, David Raya, by the way, when you think back to when we signed this player, again, kind of like Noni Madueke, man, if I'm being honest with you, some of the reaction to that signing, some of the reaction to that change, and now you look at it with back-to-back Golden Gloves, the save that he made against Nottingham Forest, that went so under the radar that like he actually touched that.
Oh yeah, 2-0 game. I think I saw a lot of comments about that save being like, imagine last year. That goes in last year. That's how the season felt. We had terrible luck. Those instances, the ball goes in, it's 2-1, and then we're playing scared the rest of the game. Like, he puts that on the crossbar. He's already made a few great saves this season to begin with. Nah, David Raya. I think he played Unai Simon today, who is actually the Spain number 1. I kind of hope Raya can somehow get that spot.
Yeah, I mean, Unai Simon, he was in goal today, right?
Yes.
And honestly, the Martinelli goal kind of sneaks under him, doesn't it?
Savable, yeah.
A little bit. I think if that's my goalkeeper, I'm probably a little upset behind this mic. Just a little bit.
I think that's fair. That'd be that'd be fair.
But, I mean, yeah, look, David Raya has been great. And I don't know if this is a testament to Mikel, if this is a testament to Berta and the squad building in general, or just the state of the team today as of September 16, it just looks like there's a lot of games recently that I felt like last season, we don't get that result.
That's kind of what I was talking about with that goal. The non-goal, the save that we had. Like that Chris Wood, like that goes in last season, does it not? It would have gone in. Scoring 3 goals, so you have 3 goals in how many games? I think the 2, obviously the Liverpool game. That's bad luck. Whether it's excellence from their side or bad luck on our side, however you want to see that. Like, whatever. But getting these results that we're getting, we're putting these teams away. That's how I feel. Like, it's not really like a competition. Like, we're putting these teams away. We're dominating. We get the first goal. Once the first goal's in, the second one is coming. We're keeping our foot on the gas. That's what I like about it.
Absolutely, dude. Look, a lot of times football, at the end of the day, it kind of comes down to, at some point in the game, it just comes down to you and the person across from you. And right now, when you look at this Arsenal team, like bar for bar, man for man, a lot of these games, I get the feeling that our guy is just better than you.
I feel like it's easy, right? It's easy to tell that right now.
Right now, it feels that way. Big Gavi is stronger than you. Big Gavi is going to block the shot in the 94th minute against Nottingham Forest because he's locked in like that right now. And maybe your guy isn't. Madueke is going to take the guy on every time, it looks like right now. He's not holding anything back, dude.
I want to say the sense of where our confidence comes in is I really haven't seen us get, whether it's dominated or like on the back foot for a real substantial amount of time. Liverpool's the best team we played, far and away. I still maintain the first half we outplayed them. They had 20 minutes in the second half, and that they ended up scoring a 30-yard free kick in that time. Right? Fair enough. At Anfield, I'm taking us playing better, if not on the same level as them for 70 minutes. Like I'm going to take that. Man United 1-0 the first game of the season. Ugly game. But we know United stinks, and they were hype up for that first game. Ain't nobody touching us right now. That's how I feel. And maybe I'm just like gassed the hell up. I'm just a fan, right? And that's fair enough. I'm a homer. But I'm feeling really gassed up about the squad.
A little bit, dude. A little bit. And I think it's justified. I think in the preseason, you had talked about if the goals start going in, the energy and everything around it right now, like the fact that Victor is scoring. He is scoring the goals that we paid him to score. And that is exciting. I'm starting to see what everybody saw on the comps.
So let's get into number 14 here. Victor Gyökeres. So KP's kind of been on the fence a little bit. He's obviously, if you listen to the show, he's a King Kai guy. He loves King Kai. He said, Gyökeres, I mean, he's okay. He's just not the kind of player I'm looking for. So I think today he actually had some chances to score. Obviously against Forest, he had 2 really good chances, put one away. Are we feeling a little bit different about him or no?
No, my feeling's kind of still the same, to be honest with you. I still haven't seen enough to say he's better than Kai Havertz, but I've seen the things that we want to see, that we paid for, right? The goal that he scored. I've noticed him a lot in and around that box. He's been available for the runs. He's been trying to, I think he had a header today against Bilbao. He's very involved. And like I said, look, I still feel that at this rate, he looks like he might be pretty close to 20 by January at this rate.
That's what I wanted to ask you. We had that preseason prediction, 20 goals come January. You're still feeling that?
Yeah. See, I don't hate the guy. Do you see what I mean? I just don't feel that he's better than Kai Havertz. I don't feel right now that I've seen enough to say, yeah, he should be just a guy every game now. That's fine. But he's delivering. And I mean, just think about this guy now getting really, really fit as we go into like the run-in and Havertz is available. That's super exciting. Super exciting. But I think He's going to get to 20, dude. He's going to get to 20. He scores those goals.
I like the shout. You talked about the long ball earlier. There was another moment today. Let balls into the left channel. Long ball. He's running onto it. He ended up getting a shot off. It was saved. But I want to say we're now adapting a little bit. That long ball isn't because that's the new way we're playing. I think it's because of him.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's now in the team. Like, now we're getting those looks. Sometimes you got to play to the personnel you got on the field. And he's not going to drop in and do some 1-2s because he can't do it. But Duke can run. Duke can absolutely run. So put it in front of him. Let him do his thing.
He loves a shoulder to shoulder. I'll tell you that much. He loves a shoulder to shoulder.
Big boy. Very big boy. I gotta kind of flex a little bit. So you kind of had your little redemption on Gyökeres. But let me flex some on Nani Madueke. One to watch. I can't believe I saw it coming. Let me flex a little bit more, KP. Who was my one to watch last year?
Who is your one to... Timber.
The GOAT.
Yeah, yeah.
My co-host said the best right back in the world.
I think so.
I got the juice. I don't know what's going on. 2 years in a row. I think I might have called a good one.
I mean, dude, you're talking about droppable and we're joking and whatnot. People are really saying, oof, I don't know, Saka. I don't know, my G.
What I like about that shout, you can ease Saka back. None of that bullshit. Here, go play, go start the game. It's gonna be, 1-1. Sorry, Saka, you gotta play the 90. Fuck that, dude. Madueke, go play 50 minutes. Saka, you're in for 40, and I'm cool with it. Like that's the type of stuff that I think we should be looking forward to. It's not about who's starting, who's not starting. No. It's like the rotation. How do we make sure Saka's playing in May? Madueke has to play some minutes. And he can't play those minutes.
I hear you, dude. Absolutely. One of the things I saw over the weekend ahead of the game against Forest was that people were saying Declan Rice has been benched. The terminology benched just like really stood out, dude. That like in the era that we are in, the squad that we're watching right now, I don't think players are being benched. That's incorrect to frame it that way.
That's a great call out because that is so silly. This is what we've been asking for. Maybe it's opposition, like, right? They're just trying to make that point, like trying to stir the pot. But like, if you're an Arsenal fan, I would hope you have the sense to be like, nah, that's what you spend the money for. That's why you have all of these players. You have the depth. You use it. I don't care if Declan Rice is playing against Nottingham Forest versus playing against City. I want him to play against City next weekend. And if his best way to do that is not play that game last weekend, I'm cool with it. That's what it's for.
Yeah, and if a Mikel Merino, who has a hat trick for Spain, gets to start in his place, I think I'm fine with that, right? This is another kind of flowers to the manager that I just feel like we can't sit here and be asking for rotation, and then when we see rotation, say, oh, the player got benched. Like, that's just clicks, man. Don't give in to that.
Gotta give Mikel credit for that one, because that one kind of takes some balls. $100 million man. It's Declan Rice, probably our most consistent player, like in that, I guess the front six, I'll say. Like, obviously the back line we have probably our most consistent players, but in our front six, Declan Rice is the best performance week in, week out. I guess other than you can even throw in Saka. I digress. Rice is good every week. To pull him out of the lineup and to trust your Waneri to then go in for Odegaard from the injury. Zubamendi, do your thing. Marino, yeah, you just got a hat trick. Go out there, young man. Do your thing. Like that actually takes some balls. So cojones from Mikel.
Cojones, absolutely, dude. And Noni Madueke is so exciting, Steven. He's just stirring the pot himself. He's stirring defenders up, man. I mean, he's cutting people up.
Fast. He's very fast. He seems like he has a decent cutback on him, which I think he can develop and get better at. And I'm hoping Gyökeres is taking notes, because if he can time those right, there's goals there. There's absolutely goals there.
Yeah, I heard some commentary, I think maybe during the game, that it's kind of hard to know when Noni's going to like play the ball in. And there's been some feedback around him that he has to work on that final ball. But honestly, so far what I've seen, it looks chaotic, but he ends up making the right decision a lot of the time, especially when the overlap. Like, he was playing the overlap when he was at the left wing. We saw Calafiori get through, and he's playing the overlap on the right wing to Timber or to Jokeris when, he had that amazing shot against the post. I mean, that's all kind of down to Nunny.
It is. Do you think it's interesting that we are consistently going down the right, even with him there? You think that's like because of him, how good he's been playing? Or do you think that's just how the team is?
I think the players really vibe with him. And I told you in the preseason when we had signed him, one of the reasons that I was excited about it was the personality that he brought. He does have just a little bit of a fun energy to him that sometimes with the Arsenal, the Mikel Arteta that we've gotten used to, it does feel a little rigid. But this guy looked really pumped. When Zubimendi scored that goal, who we have to talk about, by the way. But Madueke, doing the same fist bump as him, I just loved seeing that energy from him. He was the first one that ran to Eze when Eze made the assist. I'm loving his vibes, dude.
Definitely bringing good energy. I think the England squad, I think he's a part of the group. I think everybody kind of likes him. We talked about when we signed him, all the bad stuff. It's like, the boys know him, right? Like, some of our best players know this guy. They're not going to sign off on him if he's shit. They're not going to sign off for him if he's a bad person, like a bad personality. Like, he obviously got the sign off. He can put in a corner ball in swinger. Thank goodness he can put in corners. Thank goodness, so we don't have to have Declan Rice out there taking them. And that's a great segue into Zubimendi smashing one of those balls off of his corners. Great goal. I think he had a great last game. Is he finally stepping up to the Premier League, finding the physicality?
I'm starting to figure out who we have here. We've talked about it a little bit. I'm starting to notice him more, for sure. And I'm noticing how he is really switching up between his feet to make the pass, to make those switches. Some of the runs that he makes, they start out with his right foot, but then the final pass comes from his left foot. And he's just giving me Santi Cazorla flashbacks, Steven.
Really?
That's the energy I'm getting from him. That volley, that had Santi sauce on it, dude.
That was a great connection. That is one of those balls that, when it came off his foot, it's like every player, if you've ever played the game, that's what you dream about. A volley just like that.
Can you even remember the last time that you saw an Arsenal volley?
No.
I think maybe Ozil is one that comes to mind from recent years. But volleys have been really lacking. We talk about free kicks, but we also don't really see a lot of volleys. It's kind of shocking for the amount of times we cross the ball.
We can give our obligatory Reece Nelson shout out for the half volley. I like the shout out for Zubimendi. I gotta watch him. I feel like I need to lock in on him and watch him for 20 minutes, see what he does. I will say, I like the way he picks up the ball. That's off our back line. I'm liking the spaces that he's finding to pick up the ball because it seems like he's willing to spray the ball forward. And if he's willing to do that, it's like he's finding himself in a pocket with enough space to turn and go. So I like that. But if you've maybe seen something from the boy, let me know.
Well, I've noticed that him and Rice have been kind of rotating a bit from time to time in some of these games. From time to time, they've actually ended up on top of each other. Kind of interesting. But he's also been really good at making the decision to go forward. I think a lot of times over the last 5 years when we were watching Thomas Partey, there would be the run for the six to go, and he wouldn't. But I see this guy going for it. For some in the Forest game, I think there was a little triangle for a second where Waneri ended up playing it through to him, but he was so far forward from his sixth position. So I love seeing that from him.
I do remember a game in the Forest game where he turned and goed, and it was in that right space, kind of towards, I would say, between the middle of the field and the right channel, and he drove forward. I mean, I saw a comment from Slot about how I want to say Arsenal took him off of Liverpool, kind of took him, gazumped them. This was last season. I think Liverpool were trying to sign him, and he basically chose Arsenal over them. I want to say he's probably better than we're even realizing. I think that Thomas Partey shout is good because he didn't have the legs. Thomas Partey was great while we had him, but he didn't have the legs. I gotta say, Zubamendi looks a little bouncier. He does look a little bouncier. He's moving around. He's doing the damn thing. He's actually winning some tackles. But I gotta spend 20 minutes and just watch the dude, to be honest.
Yeah, and he does look like he can head the ball. I mean, that header, Steven, I told you, I think when we were doing season predictions, I told you over under would be two goals for Zubamendi. And he's already got the 2. So I think he's kind of played his part for the season. I can't possibly see him score. Dude, he had another volley in that same game that he almost banged.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was right after. Yeah. It was after he scored the first one. There's no way. There's no way.
He was feeling good, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. His signing took so long. His kind of adaptation is taking a little bit, and maybe we just don't really know what we have there yet. But it's very exciting. It's very exciting. And overall, I don't really have much else to say, man.
I think we've covered a lot. Obviously, the vibes here are very, very good. We're excited about the season. Only 5 games in. Long, long way to go. Beginning of the season, still have some tough opponents. United, Liverpool, Forest, and City. Like having those 4 games to start the Premier League are tough, right? And that's based off of Forest's performance last season. Looking ahead to the City game, I believe it's at home. What are you expecting? What do you think we're going to get out of that?
It is at home, and I think we win. I'm very confident going into it. I mean, they just had a derby against Manchester United, and I don't even really think you can call it a Manchester derby anymore. But City they looked okay. They looked good, but I think our team is just firing on all cylinders right now, and I'm pretty excited about it. I would say, I mean, last time we played them at home, what was it, 5-1?
Don't do it to him.
Is it a champagne party? Is it a 4-0 job? Is it a statement game? I don't know. I think it wouldn't surprise me if we win 1-0, but I want to say it's a 2-1. I think we get scored on.
Haaland's always good for a goal. One thing that makes me a little bit worried about this game is the way that they played against United. I mean, United was terrible. Let's be real. It's obviously we're a different class. But they played like counter-attacking ball against United. It felt like they were playing counter-attacking ball at home against Manchester United. You know they're going to come to the Emirates. I think they're going to sit in and play counter-attacking ball. We've seen a few masterclasses from Pep in the past. Obviously, it's a different squad. Kevin De Bruyne is not there. They're not as good as they once were, but they're a team that could come up with something. So it makes me a little bit worried. I do think we'll win. This wouldn't be DGP without me saying that. Of course, I'm going to say we're going to win. Give me a 3-1 on the day. Also, they got Donnarumma. I forgot. Forgot. I'm putting 3 past Donnarumma. Uh-oh.
I know. I was thinking about the goals too. I was thinking of Donnarumma.
No.
He looked really good against United, didn't he? He had a huge save, dude. I mean, the guy is good. So the one thing I'm kind of feeling confident about is that their back line is weak, and I think we can definitely get at their back line based on what I'm seeing. But now that this guy is back there, it could be pretty annoying. It could be a very annoying day.
He's such a big bastard, man. Such a big bastard. Played really well against us last season in the Champions League. I hope we can put some past him, though. Midfield battle. Man, you had just said like bar for bar, player for player. I think we win the midfield. I'm a fan of the dude Rainers. I think he's a good player, but I don't think they can match up against our 3. I don't think they can.
Number 4 is good. But Yeah, I mean Declan should have a really good game. He should show up. I guess the one thing about this game is, do you play Marino or do you play Ethan Nwaneri? And it kind of goes back to Anfield with the Marino Martinelli decisions. And I don't know, where do you sit on that? Because Declan and Zubi are playing, right?
It's Declan, Zubamendi, and Nwaneri.
You think so?
I'm a fan of football, baby. I ain't trying to watch no bullshit. Put in the kid. Put in someone that got some creative je ne sais quoi. That's what I want.
I think so too. This Declan Rice Marino pairing doesn't seem to be working. They're like too similar in a weird way.
And to say that it can't, I'm sure it could work sometimes, but yeah, I agree with you. It just doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough juice, man. Marino, I obviously am not going to, I put more of the onus on Marino just for the fact that he's not as mobile, right? I just feel like we need more pop from there. Maybe late game substitution, it would make more sense to lock things down, but to start a game, I think I'd personally just go with Nwaneri. He has the pop. He had a good showing last weekend. It just makes sense.
I think so too. And look, if like Saka, Saliba, I don't know their status. And for me, the front three that we have is fine, right? I think 14, 10, and Headband Noni should do just fine.
Yeah, I think that's the starting lineup is chosen, I think. He knows what they're going to do. The only decision is what you're talking about.
I want to see Ethan. I think I want to see Ethan too, though. I agree with you. I think from the manager, all the flowers that we've just given him on this pod, going back to the beginning, for me to feel even more comfortable, even more confident in the manager, is that I see Ethan Nwaneri start that game.
You know what? I would be a little disappointed if I see Marino there.
Right?
Like, there would be a piece of me that's like, oh, dang. I think we should go for it. We're good. We're too good.
That would send the message that we're not going for it.
Yeah, that's kind of what Nwaneri has to start for me to feel like, I guess, just feel better. Do you know if Saliba's going to start?
No, I think so, though. I think so.
I haven't heard the news on that.
But I don't know. I would, maybe not. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm okay with what we have in the back line. I'm not going to predict anything there. I told you we just have 8 players there, man. I don't know. Hincapie could start, for all I know.
I'm taking them sharp bows on Mosquera against Holland.
Like, it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. Whoever you get past, there's David Raya. This team is so good. I'm very excited about it. And I think that post-game, after the City game, maybe we'll have a nice little surprise for folks.
I guess we'll see. I'm not really sure what's in the works, but we'll see. Maybe it's a surprise pod.
Maybe it's a surprise pod, or maybe we don't get behind a mic for a month. You never know on DGP. You never know. But you can expect honesty and football analysis that really, really looks deep at the manager for the most part.
Flowers to the manager.
Big time, man. Big time. It's exciting. All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. Enjoy the match at the weekend. Oh, before we go real quick, I do have to say Emily Fox was nominated for CONCACAF Player of the Year. And there's a couple of guys who try to follow the Arsenal women team as well. I'm pretty pumped about it, dude. She's really good at soccer.
Soccer legend. She's like the Caitlin Clark of soccer, right?
She's becoming that, yeah. That's a good shout. Hopefully she wins the player award.
Now that would be pretty sick.
That would be nice. But anyways, enjoy the match. Big game. Hopefully Arsenal do it at home. Come on, Mikel. Show some desire and let's get it over the line. We'll see you on the other side.
Be easy.